Libra, happy May 2017. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. As you know, I always pre-shuffle, but I like to add a little more energy before we begin. My reads are about love and relationships, but if I sense anything else that needs to be brought to the forefront, I will address that as well. These are general reads, so check your sun, moon, and rising, as those may resonate with you, and fill any gaps that you may have questions about. Feel free to comment, subscribe, like, get a private reading, donate, etc. The information is below. I move pretty fast because I have a lot to say and a lot I want to get out without taking up too much of your time. Let's see what May has in store for Libra. May 2017. All right, let's get started here. So Libra, we always pull the first position, which is your current state of mind or current position coming into the month. And for May, you have the Fool. So the Fool is actually an excellent card. This is new beginnings. The Fool always represents the start of the cycle of tarot. Some people go through several cycles in their life. Some people go through one or two, and some people don't go through an entire cycle during their life. The Fool is a beginning point. It's definitely positive. It reeks of potential, so you can, coming into May, this is like the world is your oyster, so to speak. For singles, this is fearlessness. Like, you can face anything. I sense there was some hesitation about online dating, maybe meeting new people. Maybe you ended a relationship last year. You kind of kept yourself, decided to hang out for a little bit, and now you're dating. Some of you have met somebody, and this is almost inspiring you in like a childlike innocence. You feel like, footloose and fancy free, like you can do anything right now. I don't sense a major commitment yet, but I sense one coming. This is beginning a new love. This is a new start. So you're feeling unburdened. Whoever this is that you're hanging out with, it's comfortable. It's not anything that you feel pressure about, and you're just kind of seeing where it's going. For some of you, you haven't met this person, but you will in May. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything that you have to try too hard. It just kind of comes together. Sometimes those are the most positive relationships because you don't have to put that much energy. It just kind of flows. It ebbs and flows the way that it's supposed to. So a lot of you are just feeling very free this month. And for couples, this is actually the beginning of maybe a commitment, a marriage, moving in together. This is definitely the beginning. I don't sense any breakups, so I don't see it being, I'm sure there's always a few, right? There's always going to be the diamond in the rough situation where, maybe somebody out there is having a tough time and this doesn't resonate with you. But for the majority of you, I see this as the next step forward or new beginning. Again, a lot of people who have been dating the past few months, you're ready to make that commitment. You're ready to say boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're ready to change your Facebook status or whatever it is. But again, I don't sense this is new beginnings because you're breaking up. This is new beginnings because your relationship is heading in the next best direction that fits you. So now you're entering a new phase, new cycle of life. And for both singles and couples, you're not letting anybody else direct this for you. It's kind of directing itself. It's going where it needs to be. And you're not hesitating. Nobody is really trying to stop it. So the next card you have is going to be feelings or challenges. They're often internal, and they either hinder or enhance the Fool. And you have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is a fantastic card. Internally, first off, for both singles and couples, this can mean that you're accepting your devil and angel. So you're loving yourself inside and out, the good and the bad. For singles, this is definitely about finding a connection. This person that you've met or are meeting is a deeper connection, a soul connection. It will take you to a long-term place. It may not be the one, but I have a feeling for some of you it is the one. This is, again, connection. becoming more. So you may take some baby steps right now in the beginning. You may just be having the butterflies and the first kisses, but it's going to lead to something else. And you know it. Some of you actually feel that, and maybe you've had like one date, 2 dates. This is, again, the first step in the movement towards lovers. And just being with that person, you feel better. Just hearing their voice, just talking to them, just seeing them, something inside you feels better, and you know it. And so you know that you'll feel stronger as you move into new steps. This card doesn't always represent love. Here I think it is representing love and representing two people finding each other and having a deeper connection, but sometimes this card also represents new friendships, new relationships, in a friendly aspect. So maybe for some of you, this is a friend who's becoming more, or you're looking at them differently. So you guys would go out to meetup groups or do, bowling together in groups, but the feelings are there. Neither one of you can deny it anymore, and you're going to kind of see where you can go, forward from here. So this is also intimacy. So for couples, some of you are trying for babies, and actually the Fool here is birth, because it's a new beginning. So for some of you couples, you're trying for a baby, or a baby's on the way, and now you're connecting deeper with the person you're currently partnered with. And again, some of you maybe are having that baby and you're getting married or getting engaged. But this is love all the way around. And as couples, this is a strength. You feel almost like a power couple together. You have the spark, you've made the commitment, and you're relishing in it and you're enjoying it. I mean, Libra, this is an excellent way to start the month, because you're feeling this way, giddy, happy, mind and soul together as one, and you're, embracing the potential, and, you have the ability to do whatever you want and make things happen this month. The next card you have is past relationships, past traits, and I always read these together with couples and singles, because this is the past few years, not the past few weeks, usually not the past few months, generally over the course of time. So the Seven of Wands isn't the most devastating past. Some of you may have had devastating pasts, and every month I read a different past card, and it kind of follows suit with, how the read goes. This read is so far pretty gentle, and so it seems like the past card that's coming up is not the tragedy of, the Ten of Swords, or, death or dying or illness. This is actually, the Seven of Wands is divorce. This is legal issues. This is you being attacked on a personal level, shouting, fighting, keeping you from being you. This hand is representing you sheltering what little life you had left, or what little light you had left inside yourself. You're kind of going, I'm just going to take care of me right now, because obviously I'm having to defend my choices. I'm having to fight for what I know is right, fight for what's mine. Some of you are blindsided. Again, this could be a divorce. This could be a separation. This could be even families with inheritances that were, stolen, or family drama. But whatever it is, you were backed into a corner with nowhere to turn. And it was almost like an enemy attacking you. And you were trying your best to not let anybody burn out your flame. Maybe you're a happy-go-lucky person, but you definitely didn't feel it in this relationship. And it is almost like the tragedy and death of, one of the cards that may have been a little more aggressive past cards, because this is you protecting you. This is you stripped down to just you, and having to fight for that, because whatever it is in your past, it was taken from you. And you're still, I feel like a lot of you are still, like, maybe that's the Fool. Something triggered you being able to start over, because maybe the past few years, that's what you've done. You've been drugged through the mud. You've had legal issues. You've had divorces. You didn't even think about dating. You just thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to get me back? How am I going to get to a point where whatever I'm being judged for, or, again, it could be custody battles, whatever the case is, you're getting over it and you're feeling a lot better. But it's a struggle when people are questioning your every move, or trying to take away things that are yours. Or it's never easy as a parent to lose your kids, or lose going from living with them fully to then having them part-time, or not having them all at all, or having somebody basically rip your heart out of your chest. You know, I know people who've been through this, and I could only imagine what that's like. So hold your head high. Don't let the past ruin the potential that you have, but remember to always protect yourself and never let that light die inside you. So the next card you have is going to be your most recent past. So this is the past few weeks, and you have, let's see, the Four of Wands. Okay, so the Four of Wands, all right, I'm going to start with couples this time, because couples, this is wedding. So this is weddings, anniversaries, engagements. So couples, you are moving into a happy place. You know what's going to make you both happy. You both have the same goals, and you're moving there. Again, maybe only a few of you are getting married, but this is the past few weeks or past few months. You have been planning. So planning for the baby, planning the wedding, picking out wedding dresses, and it's celebrations. You're celebrating something. Even if it's you adopted a pet, you're celebrating. So for couples, this is definitely a positive month, and I feel like the past few weeks have been very positive for you as well. For singles, you, again, like I said, you maybe have met one, and maybe a few of you have met a couple of good ones, and you're taking your time to kind of rest up after, you know, the attacks you went through in your past, and you're finally opening up a little bit, because you lost a lot of trust in other people and humanity, period. So the Four tells me that you're kind of finishing the last touches, moving on, you're completing things out. You know, maybe you're completing divorces, maybe you're completing the paperwork on certain things, but this is you taking care of what you need to move on to what you know is really going to make you happy. And for both singles and couples, this is revitalizing. So the past few months, you've kind of been resting up. You've been stable. You haven't done anything to move into anything too serious. You know, you haven't, especially for singles, you haven't been rushing into anything. You're just kind of going with the flow. And even for couples who are getting married, and there's that excitement and there's that anxiety and all this stuff underneath it, a lot of you are just kind of, you know, hey, let's go along with the ride. Let's not stress about this. Let's enjoy it. This is our time. So definitely good, Libra. I'm feeling really good about this. The next card you have is in time, future possibilities. So not ending with the month of May, but over the next few months. And you have the Lovers. So, okay, Libra. Definitely something is in your cards, no pun intended, for this month and going forward. So what else can you say about the Lovers? It's the Lovers. Now, again, this could symbolize friendship, or it could also symbolize you finally loving yourself. But for singles, this is finding love. And this isn't just a love that you're going to hang out with for a month or two. It's not lust. This is a soul connection. And this is created by higher power. So even if you tried to run from it, you're still going to find it. You know, again, this is comfort. It's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But this, I mean, even look at their faces. They're comfortable with each other. And that's what you're going to find. And you're going to find that there's no boundaries in it. There's no, you know, it doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your sex. It doesn't matter any of that. This is a true love. This is, you know, manifesting inner love and outer love. And you can feel it. It's swelling. And I can feel it just in this read. It feels amazing. I just got the chills. So, for couples, this is, again, this is, you know, two people uniting. Could be a wedding. Could be commitment. Could be moving in together. This is you being greater as a couple together than apart. You're good as individuals, but together, locked in, you're something on a much deeper level, and you know that. And for some of you, this Lovers card is coming up because you are having a baby, or you're thinking about having a baby, or you're thinking about adopting. And this is you guys just feeling it, knowing what's right, and knowing that you're going to surround whatever comes into your life with that love. And this is the future. So the next few months, this is developing, and it's going to be fantastic for both singles and couples. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, and generally within the month of the read, so May. And you have the Eight of Coins. Well, of course you do, because the Eight of Coins is all about hard work, reaching for the stars. You know that if you put that shovel to work, you're going to eventually get to those stars. So for couples, this is hard work. Again, I'm going to keep repeating myself till the end of the deck. This is marriage, moving in together, having a baby. You're planning, you're putting the hard work in now. You're doing the diligence, you're saving the money, you're building a house, you're moving, you're nesting, you're doing whatever you need to do to embrace what's coming. So this is definitely commitment, marriage, babies. Even if it is adopting a pet, which is fantastic, you are buying the right dog bed. You're reading about the best breeds. You're reading about the best breeds now, because if you can take care of this dog for a year, you're going to have a baby later. So this, of course, makes sense, because this is preparing. This is preparation. And this is, you knowing that you have to put in the work, but you're not angry about it. This isn't a negative. This is, you want to do this because you want to better your family. You want to better your partner and your life together. For singles, this is also about hard work. This is, you know where you want to be, but you're slow and steady wins the race. So you're not forcing anything. Again, whoever this is that's come into your life or is coming into your life, it's easy. There's not much work to put into that aspect, because you know that you like them and they like you. This is more, we need to put in the work to figure out where we want to be, or I want to put in the work, and maybe the person I'm dating needs to put in. You both have different lives, right? Or even if you haven't met them, you will this month, and you're going to have different lives, but you're both going to have to put some sort of work into where you want to be. You know you want to be with this person, but what's the goal? What do you need to do to get there and achieve it together? But again, this card screams stamina, but it's steady. So you're not forcing anything. You're working towards it diligently, and it's going to pay off. So definitely excellent, Libra. The next card you have is future external factors. So these are things that are affecting your outcome externally. And you have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands actually is energetic. This person is confident, daring. So for those of you singles who've met somebody or are starting to meet somebody, maybe you've met a few people, or you're going to be meeting somebody this month, and maybe you're moving from the friend zone to, a romance situation, you're daring, you're confident, you're charming their socks off. You don't even care. You're letting the whole world know that this is somebody you want to be with. And, if it's somebody that you've been friends with, you're definitely taking a chance, because you're taking a risk, and I see nothing but good things. I feel like it's going to pay off. This is somebody who knows what they want. They go after it. You're feeling energetic. You're feeling revitalized. For singles, you're like kind of, again, on top of the world. And maybe if you still haven't met somebody, you're feeling like everybody you meet could be potential. And what's better than that? I mean, most of the time it's the opposite. It's, swipe left, swipe left, swipe left, or whatever direction you need to deny somebody. This is kind of like anybody you contact seems to be interested. Anybody you initiate conversation is throwing smiles and hearts your way. This is great, Libra. This is fantastic. This is probably the best read I've done so far. For couples, it's the same thing. You're confident, you're energetic, and you're getting things done. So the other thing that I'm sensing with the Knight of Wands too is that you've cut ties. So maybe there was something dwelling here, and it's been dwelling for, from your past, again, maybe divorce, whatever. You're feeling on top of the world. For some of you, things have finalized, and you're just like, boom, it's done. I do not have to worry about this anymore. And for couples, a lot of this is kids. I see like families joining together. So some of you maybe had ex-partners or things in your way. You were trying to join families, but you had somebody difficult to deal with, even maybe parents, or somebody was inhibiting you to move forward in the direction that you wanted to as couples, maybe even marrying, maybe you're different religions, or maybe, their parents were difficult or your parents were difficult, or maybe, you got pregnant and people were pissed because you weren't married, if that's the traditional values your family share. And I feel like couples kind of went, you know what? We are confident in our decision. We know what we're doing. We know what we want. We're getting it. And we're doing it together because we are on top of the world right now. This whole reading is putting both singles and couples on top of the world. The next card you have is going to be internal factors. So this is what you're feeling inside. And you have the Hermit. So the Hermit is retreat, kind of in your cave, man cave or girl cave. But it's retreating inside yourself, taking care of yourself. Again, here you were protecting yourself, you were defending yourself, and now you're taking care of yourself. So even if you're coupled, for couples, this is you two taking care of yourselves inside, but taking care of each other as well. But knowing that as good as you are doing right now as a couple, that's because you're doing so well within yourself. Yes, you're a couple, but you're still a human being, and you still have things, needs, wants, feelings, desires, things that you have to feel good about inside yourself to be positive. If one of your partners is feeling horrible, that's going to come out and you're going to feel horrible, or the relationship's going to be horrible. So this is you guys as a couple and inside yourselves taking time to reflect upon yourself. And this is about gatherings, couples nesting, again, the baby thing, but still, that's what it is. I mean, you're nesting, you're not going out and partying, you're not doing any of that, you're celebrating, but these are like low-key celebrations. And it's finding your faith, too. So maybe couples are getting married, and this is the faith of the church. Definitely not a bad thing. For singles, this is tending to your soul as well. Learning from the past, reflecting on, what could have been different, but not harboring negative. This isn't about you going, my past sucks and everything sucks and my life was horrible. This is you going, all right, so we all have to, get dragged through the mud in order to get to higher places. And guess what? I'm not going to let it ruin anything, and I'm going to go forward, and I just won't make the same mistakes. You're going to notice, again, that things come easy. I just get the sense that you're not having to knock down the door or fight for it. It's just there. And even if there's bumps in the road, it's not like this long drawn out thing to try and fix it. Or even if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should trust people, you'll kind of retreat within yourself, and you'll just know, you'll get that stomach feeling, or that glow, or that, radiance, or the warming in your cheeks. And that's going to tell you, that this is really positive for you. You're going to spend less time on social media, and you're going to focus on that person who makes you feel good, and they're going to focus on you. It's definitely good. This is about you, nurturing something positive in your life. The next two cards you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of May, and your actual outcome for May. So your hopes and fears for the outcome of May, you have the Ace of Swords, and let's see, and your actual outcome is the High Priestess. So a lot of major arcanas here, because you have the Fool, the Lovers, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. So for the Ace of Swords, it's actually interesting because this is more external and this is more internal. So this could actually be your outcome, but we'll just address it the way it is. So this is, fears or hopes or dreams. And this is logic. There's no fogginess. So for singles, nothing is clouding your vision right now. Whoever this person is that came in, is coming in, there's going to be no cloudiness. You're not going to be questioning it. There's no vagueness about this. You can see this clearly. You see the situation exactly as it is. You see them as exactly as they are. They're not hiding anything. They're not steering you wrong. There's no second guessing here, Libra. This is, clear cut, and you're seeing the truth. And, you're even making changes inside of yourself to be better for the person that you want to be with. You're going to notice things that you're like, well, would I want to date me? if I was that person, what traits could I change in myself? And you'll see the person you care about or the person you're going to meet making steady changes for you as well. And not changes to who they are, just maybe changes in behavior, taking better care of yourself. They're taking better care of themselves. This is power to manifest what you want. The Ace of Swords is saying, the ball is in your court. This is in your hand. Go get it. Make it happen. For couples, it's the same thing. But again, this is, you're getting ready for something bigger than yourself. You're making changes and you're doing it together. You're both reaching for the stars and big things are coming. And you know it. This is you energizing yourself. This is you prepping for what is coming. Again, I hate harping on the babies, the weddings, whatever, but this is written all over your read, Libra. So sorry if it doesn't resonate for you. Check your sun, moon, and rising, but there's big things afoot for couples and even singles, but couples are taking major leaps and bounds. Singles are going to take a leap of faith that their intuition is steering them clear and they're going to make the right decision in meeting a new person. But for couples, you're locked in. You're here for the long haul. The last card, which is your outcome, is the High Priestess. And this is a great card. This is about spirituality, dreaming. This is about the unconscious. So for singles, this is definitely about looking in the mirror, as you can see in the card, and seeing yourself, but truly seeing yourself and truly seeing your reflection. You're not trying to convince yourself you're not trying to convince yourself you're somebody you're not. You're not trying to convince the person you met or the person you're going to meet that you're somebody you're not. You're truly going to be yourself and you're going to reflect that, and it's going to attract the right person if it hasn't already. This is the unseeable. You're feeling it. It's not tangible. You're not always going to understand where that intuition is coming from, but you feel it in your gut. You know when it's right. Again, it's not something you can see. This is something that's bigger than you. Same thing I said before. This is something that you're going to kind of be pushed into. You're feeling new hidden parts of yourself. You're awakening again. This person is bringing you to a place you never thought you'd get back to again, and even better than before. And you're doing that to each other. This isn't one-sided. This isn't the other person doing all of this. This is you, Libra, at your best, and you're opening other people, and you're being who you are and being the best you can be. You're actually awakening other souls, and whoever this is that's coming into your life right now or that you've met, they're really lucky and you're really lucky, and it's going to be amazing. For couples, again, I'm just going to go there. This is weddings, this is christenings, this is spirituality, this is holiness. This is definitely, something bigger than yourself and bigger than you as a couple, but you guys doing it together. And this is, you're feeling the dream, and for the first time you're believing in it. Maybe you knew that this is the person you wanted to be with for the rest of your life, and it's like coming true before your eyes. Or maybe even, couples who went from dating for a long time to committing. It's kind of like everything's falling into place and you're feeling just dreamy about it. And that's what it is. For couples, there's endless possibilities and you're dreaming about it, and they're good dreams. And you're in a really good headspace right now, Libra. I'm hoping that it keeps up. I mean, you have the Lovers for your distant future. Libra, this reading is unbelievable. I couldn't have planned this if I wanted to. So I hope you have a fantastic month of May. I can't wait to hear how it goes. And I will see you in June. Bye.